Hello, good evening from Becky and me. Welcome to the programme.
First tonight, she stole £500,000 of taxpayers' money in just 2 years. And tonight we take a look inside the home of benefits cheat Donna Connolly.
The mother of 5 from Southend in Essex was jailed for 4 years last week for masterminding a gang of 9 in the huge fraud.
Well, today, as the benefits agency promised to come down hard on all offenders, Tom Barton caught up with a grandmother left to look after her children.
The front room of benefit cheat Donna Connolly's house contains 2 televisions, an expensive satellite TV box, 2 laptop computers and a desktop PC. But Connolly wasn't there today. She's been sentenced to 4 years in jail for a massive benefit fraud. The fraud was described by the judge as well-planned and professional and was masterminded by Donna Connolly. It involved abusing tax credits and disability benefits, and even involved inventing disabled children. Over 2 years, the gang netted £500,000. Connolly's gang contained 9 people. The other 8 admitted the fraud and were given sentences ranging from conditional discharges and community service to time in jail. Connolly herself was jailed, and looking after her 5 children is her mother, Marie Taylor. She was one of those who admitted the fraud and received a conditional discharge.
Yes, she was wrong, but it was a mistake. It was an error where it first got found and then she went to somebody else. Do you know what I mean? And it sort of, not escalated, but it went from there.
But she shouldn't have been doing it in the first place.
No, she shouldn't have. That's what I'm saying. But that is life. If there's a loophole, somebody will find it.
But the scale of what Donna was involved with was massive, wasn't it?
No, that's... but...
There were £500,000 worth of
yes,
stolen clothes.
But not to Donna. She didn't get that. It was other people through her mouth. Through her telling them that, do you know what I mean? That's how you done it, sort of thing.
I thought I'd never get caught.
It's not if we catch you, but when, says the government advert. But it took HM Revenue and Customs 2 years to discover Connolly's simple fraud. They didn't want to be interviewed today, but in a statement said, these people showed blatant disregard for the law, and those involved in this type of activity should be warned that we will rigorously pursue them. Connolly's family today strongly defended what some may see as her extravagant possessions.
But she must have been paying with this stuff from somewhere. You don't pay for things like this on benefits. There's a Sky Plus HD box in the corner.
No, Sky has just been put in, right? That is free. You pay for it monthly, right?
It's a lot of money every month, isn't it?
Well, just for Sky Telly, I bet 80% of the houses in Britain's got it. She's only just got it. Do you know what I mean? And, right, there's a laptop there. Wow, big deal. She's got 5 children. You show me a family that hasn't got a laptop. Do you know what I mean?
But a family on benefits with a laptop, that's a
yes,
different thing.
Millions of them. Millions.
Donna Connolly won't be seeing any of those things for some time. Her theft of taxpayers' money has landed her 4 years behind bars. Tom Barton, Anglia News, Southend.
He was described as the luckiest soldier in the British Army, surviving 4 tours and escaping unhurt from a friendly fire attack on his tank. But on Friday, just minutes from safety, Lance Corporal of Horse Jonathan Woodgate's luck finally ran out.
As the Suffolk soldier waited to board a helicopter at the end of what would have been his last tour, he was killed by a grenade thrown from behind a wall. Today, friends and family of the charismatic 26-year-old have been paying their tributes. Martin Stew reports.
In his hometown of Lavenham, the tributes keep coming. Flowers and cards, the simple marks of remembrance for a dedicated soldier, a great friend and a loving son. Lance Corporal of Horse Jonathan Woodgate, or Joe as he was known to his friends, died on Friday afternoon in Afghanistan. He was fatally wounded by a grenade whilst waiting to board a helicopter. He was just minutes from finishing his 4th and final tour of the front line and was looking forward to working in army recruitment. Laying flowers today, his step-grandfather couldn't speak highly enough of the 26-year-old.
He was a really nice person, a really pleasant person, who was very much involved in our social life as well as our family. And it'll be something that will be with us for the rest of our lives.
His parents and 3 sisters said simply they were very, very lucky to have known him. Rory Hobbs was one of his best friends.
He was a bit of a flashman character, without the nastiness, but yeah, he was a real sort of soldier gentleman, sort of stepped back out of time almost. He was always happy, he was always, and he had a great set of teeth. In all the photos you can see he was always smiling, and you just see this big white grin. And he's very proud of his teeth, really, as well, and how he looked, but not in a vain sense, just out of pride, I think.
Described by his superiors in the army as charismatic, hard-working and destined for the top, Corporal Woodgate had cheated death 7 years ago whilst in Iraq. These pictures show the moment his tank convoy came under friendly fire from American jets, killing one soldier and seriously wounding 4 others. Chris Finney was in one of those tanks.
I remember we both kind of had a bit of a feeling of disbelief that we'd kind of come through something like that relatively unscathed. Joe more so than myself. He was really very lucky. So for this to happen as well, with Joe so close to coming home at the end of his tour, is particularly hard to take.
Tonight, Lavenham, like so many hometowns before it, waits for the grimmest of homecomings.
And Martin is still in Lavenham for us this evening. Martin, it sounds like Joe was a real character. What a tragic story.
Absolutely, it's completely heartbreaking. You only have to look at some of the memorials here and talk to his friends and family who have been in the town centre today to realise just what a nice guy he was. But he was also a great soldier, the veteran of 2 tours to Iraq, 2 tours to Afghanistan, and it was the very last patrol where he died. The helicopter had landed, he was waiting to get onto the helicopter where he would have been able to fly home and fly back to work in recruitment, and sadly that's where he died. I think that's why it's hit the town of Lavenham quite so hard, and actually a lot of villagers have pulled together and raised some money to get a bus to go down to Wootton Bassett tomorrow, where Joe's body will be repatriated. I think everybody just wants to give him the hero's welcome home that he richly deserves.
Thank you, Martin. One of the brothers accused of murder in the Blue Lagoon trial in Bedfordshire has been cleared of the charge. The judge at Luton Crown Court ruled there was insufficient evidence to convict Robert Watt of the murder or manslaughter of Michael Gilbert. His headless body was found in the Blue Lagoon at Arlesey last year. 20-year-old Robert Watt remains on trial of a charge of familial homicide. 5 other members of the family also deny charges in connection with Mr Gilbert's death.
A birthday present for Lord Tebbit today. The Tory peer learned he won't face criminal action over claims that he kicked a person wearing a dragon costume during Chinese New Year celebrations in Bury St Edmunds. Lord Tebbit, who's been celebrating his 79th birthday today, was also alleged to have grabbed a drum as he tried to stop noisy celebrations outside his home last month. The event had been organised by a Chinese restaurant on Hatter Street. Police today confirmed the disagreement has been sorted out with a community resolution.
Next tonight, claims that